I've been sitting on this for months, too scared to tell anyone who'd think I'm unhinged. I'm 27, working night shifts at a call center in a nowhere industrial park outside Tulsa. It's soul-crushing, headsets, cubicles, endless complaints, but what happened last summer made me quit for good. Something was in the system, on my screen, and it wasn't human. I don't touch computers at night anymore. This is long, raw, and I need to get it out. The call center was a squat, gray building, all glass and concrete, surrounded by empty lots and sodium lights that buzzed like dying flies. I started there in May, 11 to 7 handling tech support for a cable company. It was just me, 2 other reps, Maria and Jamal, and a supervisor, Carl, who slept in his office half the time. The place was dead quiet except for our keyboards and the occasional irate customer. My cubicle faced a wall of blank monitors, their reflections catching the fluorescence, making the room feel bigger, emptier. First night I noticed something was July 3rd, a slow shift before the holiday. Calls were sparse, so I was messing with my desktop, Solitaire, Reddit, anything to stay awake. Around 2 my screen glitched, flickered black, then showed static, like an old TV. I smacked the monitor, thinking loose cable, but words appeared, pixelated, green on black. Who are you? I froze, mouse dead, keyboard unresponsive. The words blinked, then vanished, screen back to normal. I looked around. Maria was on a call, Jamal scrolling his phone, Carl snoring. No one else saw it. I didn't tell them. Sounded like a prank, maybe IT screwing around. But it kept happening. Every few nights, always past midnight. Static, then messages. Why here? See me? Short, like texts from someone in a hurry. I'd reboot, check for viruses, nothing. Started feeling watched, like eyes were boring into my neck from the dark screens around me. Once, I swore my reflection in the monitor moved, head tilting when I didn't. I taped a post-it over it, told myself I was tired. By August, it got worse. Calls dropped mid-sentence, replaced by static, not normal line noise, but heavy, like breathing. Customers didn't hear it, just me, crackling in my headset. One night, the screen flickered again, but this time it showed me, not a reflection, a video feed, grainy, from above my cubicle. I looked up, no camera, just ceiling tiles. The feed zoomed in, my face filling the screen, eyes wrong, black, hollow, staring back. I yanked the power cord, heart hammering, and the monitor died, but the static in my headset whispered, stay. I told Maria the next shift, showed her the blank screen. She frowned, said, old building, bad wiring. Jamal overheard, admitted he'd heard static too, thought it was his imagination. Carl didn't care, told us to log tickets and quit whining. I started bringing a flashlight, kept it on my desk, stupid but comforting. The messages kept coming, longer now, alone tonight? Come closer. I'd unplug everything, sit in the dark, waiting for my shift to end. September hit, and I was a wreck, barely sleeping, jumping at every beep. One night, Maria called in sick, Jamal had vacation, and Carl was on break somewhere. Just me, the whole floor silent except for that buzz in the lights. Around 3 every monitor in the room turned on, static, green text scrolling, look behind. I spun around, flashlight shaking, saw nothing but empty cubicles. Then my headset screamed, not static, a voice, garbled, saying, I'm here. I ripped it off, and the screens changed, dozens of feeds, all me, from angles I didn't recognize, my desk, the break room, the parking lot. In one, a shadow stood behind me, tall, twitching, hands reaching. I ran, grabbed my keys, didn't bother clocking out. Door was locked, electronic badge reader dead. The screens flickered, text now read, don't leave me. Something moved, behind me, footsteps, slow, dragging across carpet. I smashed the fire exit with a chair, alarm blaring, and bolted to my car. Drove home, didn't look back. Quit by email, never went back. Looked up the building later, used to be a data center, shut down in '04 after a tech went missing, found in the server room, no cause of death. Coworkers on X say the system's glitchy, shows things at night. I hear static sometimes, faint, from my TV, my phone. It's still looking for me. What was it? I've never been one for ghost stories, but what happened at my warehouse job last winter broke me. I'm 30, used to work nights at a distribution center in Indiana, loading trucks till dawn. It was boring, backbreaking, but it paid. Then something in that place started paying attention to me, and I haven't slept right since. I'm 31 now, different job, but I can't hear a hum without panicking. This is long, bear with me. The warehouse was massive, a steel maze of crates and pallets, half a mile long, outside Fort Wayne. Night shift was 10 p. to 6 a. Me, 3 other loaders, and a foreman, Eddie, who mostly drank coffee in his booth. We'd move boxes, scan barcodes, keep the trucks rolling. Place was loud, forklifts beeping, conveyors grinding, but at night, it had this undercurrent, a hum, like the building was alive. I figured it was the HVAC, ignored it, focused on my paycheck. First weird thing was November, slow night, just me and a guy named Rico. I was stacking pallets in aisle 17, deep in the back, when the hum changed, got louder, sharper, like a tuning fork in my skull. Lights flickered, my scanner died, and I heard footsteps, boots, heavy, pacing behind the crates. Called out, "Rico, that you?" No answer, just the hum, pulsing now. Checked the aisle, empty, but my pallet jack was moved, wheels still spinning. Told Eddie, he said, "Rats, probably. Rats don't wear boots." It kept happening, footsteps, always at 2 or 3 a. Always when I was alone in the stacks. I'd shine my flashlight, see nothing but shadows, but the hum would follow me, louder in certain spots, like it was guiding me deeper. Started finding stuff, tools left on pallets, a glove I didn't recognize, once a cigarette still burning, no one around. Rico admitted he'd heard the hum too, said it talked, sometimes, but wouldn't elaborate. Eddie just laughed, called us jumpy. December, I started seeing it, a shape, tall, moving at the edge of my vision, gone when I turned. Always in aisle 17, where the lights were dimmest, crates stacked like canyon walls. The hum got personal, words in it, faint, like, "stay," or, "mine." I'd work faster, sweat through my jacket, but the footsteps matched my pace, echoing just out of sync. One night, my scanner lit up, no barcode, just text, "follow." I dropped it, screen cracked, but it kept humming, vibrating on the concrete. Told Rico everything. He looked spooked, said he'd seen a guy in aisle 17 once, not a worker, just standing, staring. We stuck together after that, but the hum split us up, louder for me, pulling me back to 17. January hit, coldest night of the year, and Eddie called in sick. Rico and I were alone, other guys off. Around 4 a, the power flickered, and the hum roared, deafening, shaking the racks. Lights died, my flashlight caught it, tall, too tall, arms bent wrong, standing at the aisle's end, humming like a swarm. I yelled for Rico, ran, but the aisles twisted, 17 looped, crates closing in, footsteps behind me, fast now. Found Rico at the dock, pale, saying, "It's here." We hid in a truck, locked it, till dawn brought the day crew. Quit that week, no notice. Looked up the warehouse, built over an old factory, collapsed in 89, workers trapped inside, never found. Locals say the hum's their voices, stuck in the steel. I hear it now, faint, in my new job's machinery. It's not done with me, help. I've tried to bury this, but it keeps clawing back. I'm 23, was a cashier at a 24-hour gas station in rural Arizona last fall. Night shift, midnight to 8 a. Alone with snacks and a buzzing cooler. Thought it'd be easy money till something started visiting me, something that wasn't a customer. I quit after 2 months, and I don't drive at night anymore. This is long, messy, and I need answers. The station was a speck on Route 60, 2 pumps, a flickering sign, desert stretching black in every direction. I'd stock shelves, mop floors, and wait for truckers or locals needing gas. Place was old, built in the 70s, with a single security camera that barely worked, grainy feed on a monitor behind the counter. First month was dull, crickets chirping, coyotes howling, me scrolling X to stay awake. Then, September, things turned. One night, around 3 a, the bell jingled, no one came in. I checked the lot, empty, no cars, just dust swirling under the pumps. Monitor showed static, then cleared, but the lot looked wrong, shadows moving, like people walking, no bodies attached. I blinked, it was gone. Figured I was tired, chugged a Red Bull, locked the door till a regular showed up at 4. Didn't tell my boss, Ray, he'd laugh, call me soft. Next week, it happened again, bell, no customer, shadows on the feed. This time, I heard tapping, faint, on the glass behind me. Spun around, nothing, just my reflection, pale under the fluorescence. Tapping kept going, moving to the cooler, then the back door, like someone circling the store. Checked the camera, static, then a flash, a face, close-up, eyes too big, mouth stretched, gone in a second. I grabbed a tire iron from under the counter, hands shaking, but it stopped. No one there. Started dreading shifts, but I needed the cash. Brought a radio for noise, kept the lights bright, but the tapping came back, louder, every night around 3. Shadows grew bolder, shapes leaning into the windows, smudging the glass, no prints when I checked. One shift, the cooler hummed weirdly, like a voice trying to form words. Come, or, close, I couldn't tell. Found scratches inside the glass, deep, like something clawed from within. October, I was alone, Ray cut hours, no overlap. Monitor started acting up, showing places it shouldn't. A dirt road I didn't know, a figure standing, waving slow. Bell rang constantly, door locked but rattling, like hands testing it. I called Ray, no answer. Around 3 the power dipped, lights strobing, and the camera showed me, behind the counter, but wrong, head tilted, smiling too wide. I was standing still, tire iron gripped tight. Something knocked, hard, from the back room, where no one should be. I hid under the counter, breath shallow, as the knocking spread, walls, ceiling, glass, like a dozen fists. The monitor flickered, showed that figure again, closer, crawling toward the camera, mouth moving, no sound. I prayed, first time in years, till headlights cut the dark, a trucker, banging for gas. Everything stopped, bell, knocks, shadows gone. I quit that night, left my badge on the counter, drove home shaking. Looked up the station later, built near an old rest stop, abandoned after hitchhikers vanished in '82. Locals say the desert sends visitors, at night. I hear tapping now, faint, on my apartment windows, always around 3. I sleep with the lights on. What was out there?